Hello and welcome to McNaught Cadillac Buick GMC. Got a nice one to show you here today. This is our 2015 Cadillac Escalade Premium. Now this is a beautiful SUV. Now it comes in a radiant silver metallic. Under the hood you're going to find a 6.2 liter V8 engine paired with a 6-speed automatic. So you're going to be pushing 420 horsepower in this thing. Plenty of power, all-wheel drive, magnetic ride control, plenty of safety features. We're going to go over all of that in a second. Now starting off with that front grille, the first thing you're going to notice is that beautiful old school Cadillac emblem. Now this is the 15 half-year model, so this is the last year model that has that old school emblem. Now moving on to these beautiful LED daytime running lights, there's actually 5 LED crystals in here, so you've got plenty of great lighting for the highways. Moving on a bit lower, you are going to find your fog lamps as well. A couple other interesting features I want to note: you do have your front parking sensors on here, which I'll get to in a second. Now moving around to the side, these are 22-inch aluminum wheels on all-season tires. Very nice wheels, sharp looking. Now as we head on up, you are going to find your side view mirrors here. Got a couple interesting features on them, including your turning signal indicators as well as your side blind zone monitoring. Very nice. Over here on the door light, on the door handles, these are illuminated door handles, so as you unlock the vehicle they're all going to light up, so it's a very handy feature at night in the dark. Now these do also have proximity sensors, so pressing the button is going to unlock all 4 doors. So the first thing you're going to notice when you open any of the doors on the Escalade are those 6-inch power retractable side steps. Very handy feature. It's going to make getting into this big machine a lot easier. Now taking a look over here at the driver's door panel, you are going to find your standard door locks, power adjustable mirrors. Now these are power folding as well. Down here, all 4 automatic power windows. You've got your child safety locks and window locks down here. As we head on a little bit lower, you are going to find that Bose badge. It's a 16 speaker Premium Audio System. Now you got great sound quality in this Escalade. Driver's memory seating for 2. So take a look over here at the driver's seat. You are going to find your full power adjustable controls with lumbar support. You have all-weather rubber mats in this Escalade. Now heading up just next to the steering wheel, you are going to find your electronic parking brake. You've got your interior brightness switch, your headlight controls, as well as your automatic 4x4. I do also want to mention this is a fully power adjustable steering wheel. Lots of great features. Now one last thing I want to mention here before we step inside is you do also have heads-up display, so you're going to find your controls here, brightness, information, and to adjust the height of the heads-up display. Now I'm not going to be able to show you on camera. You're going to have to come down to the dealership to check it out for yourself, but it does project a nice little screen onto the front window shield, so you've got plenty of nice driver's information on there, which is going to help you keep your eyes on the road. Alright, now I've gone ahead and taken a seat in the cabin of the Escalade. First thing you're going to notice is just how quiet and comfortable it really is. In fact, that 6.2 liter V8 is barely audible from the interior. In fact, lots of sound isolation in here. That's going to work well with that magnetic ride control. Great sound isolation. So first thing you're going to notice, this one in particular has 70,118 kilometers on it, meaning you do get the benefit of our GM certified pre-owned warranty. That's going to have you covered for 5,000 kilometers or 90 days, whichever comes first. Now let's start off with some of the great features on this beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel. You are going to find some nice wood grain trim on here as well as that nice old school Cadillac emblem. Now over here to the left, you are going to find your hands-free call button. You've got your standard cruise controls as well as your front collision alert button. If we look down here, you are going to find the heated steering wheel, which I have turned on right now. Feels great. Now moving on to the right side, you're going to find your 5-point command center, which is going to configure that nice LCD display you have here on the dash. Now you've got 3 individual screens here, which you could configure to your taste, showing various different vehicle information. You have your tire pressure, your trip counter, fuel economy, Towards the center, you are going to find a small navigation screen on here as well, which is super handy. It's going to help keep your eyes on the road. You've got all your information right out in front of you. And then that third screen is going to have radio information, Bluetooth, and etc. So very nice LCD display. You could configure this however you want. A couple other quick things I want to mention here on the column shifter. You are going to find your tow button. You do have the trailering package on this Escalade, meaning you've got a hitch on the back, as well as plenty of power in that V8 engine to tow any trailer you want. Now, shifting into reverse is going to activate that reverse cam on the dash. You've also got trajectory on here as well, so steering the wheel is going to turn the lines to guide you while you park. Now let's take a look at that gorgeous 8-inch touchscreen display. Now you've got so many different features on here. This is the Cadillac Q system. I'm going to start off by showing you the full navigation. So very nice navigation system. Remember, you've also got another screen on your dash there as well, so that's going to work great. Over here under audio, you are going to find your standard AM and FM radio. You've also got Sirius XM radio, which does come for free for 3 months, so you get to enjoy the benefit of that. Now, some of your other media options include auxiliary inputs, USB inputs. You've also got a CD player in here, and you could also connect your phone through Bluetooth. So let's say you want to play some music through Spotify, that's no problem. Now this touchscreen display does also have some other features. You have your full climate controls on here as well. You've also got your rear climate controls, and you've got video, which I'm going to show you in a sec. That's going to work with that rear DVD player. Some of the buttons you're going to find alongside the Q system include your power retractable side steps. You have power adjustable driver's pedals, as well as your suspension mode selector. So you do actually have sport and tour mode on here. Now sport mode is going to tighten up the suspension. It's going to increase performance. So that's an excellent option here. Moving along to the right side, you are going to find your traction control, lane departure warning, and your parking sensors. Up here is an actual glove box button, so pressing that button is going to open up that glove box, and you're going to find your owner's manuals inside. Very neat. Now below that touch LCD display, you are going to find all of your climate controls. Now I'm going to start off by saying these aren't actual buttons. In fact, this is a touch sensitive display, so pushing the little buttons is going to give you some tactile feedback. If you've got the new iPhone or the MacBook Pro, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to actually give you some vibration feedback, so it feels like you're clicking a button, but it's actually all digital. Now over here, your volume selector is pretty interesting. Resting your finger on it and gliding across that touch-sensitive panel is going to increase and decrease your volume. So very advanced features on this Escalade. Now moving a bit lower, you're going to find both front seats are heated as well as cooled. It's a very handy feature for winter and summer. Now you do have your DVD CD player down here as well. Now taking a look on the center console, you are going to find 2 cup holders in here, as well as 2 USB ports and a 12-volt outlet if you want to charge a couple devices. Now I like this wood grain trim that you have throughout the inside. It looks really nice. Now taking a look between you and your passenger, you're going to find this nice leather-wrapped armrest. The first time I actually sat in one of the Escalades, I was surprised by how much room there actually is in here. Now opening it up, you are going to find some USB ports, an auxiliary input, as well as SD card slot. You've also got your 12-volt outlet if you want to charge another phone. Now if you're wondering what this cardboard box is, inside you will find your headphones and your remote control for the rear DVD player. Like I said, the owner kept this one in excellent condition, so you've got all your original accessories in here, which haven't even been used yet. Now before we head on into the back seat, I want to show you that power dimming rear view mirror. You do have your OnStar buttons on here as well. Right above that, you're going to find your airbag indicators, your garage door transmitters, as well as the controls for that slide and tilt sunroof. Over here is a button that's going to open that rear tailgate. You actually have a couple different configurable options if you only want to open it 3/4 of the way. If you're in a tight garage, you don't have much space, you only want to open it partially, that's an option as well. You have your interior dome lights, as well as a button that's going to turn on and off the Wi-Fi connectivity for this vehicle. Here's a look at that sunroof. Now we're going to take a look into the back seat of the Escalade. Now there's no cheaping out on materials in this one. You've got your suede details, leather interior as well as that wood grain trim throughout. On the passenger door panel, you're going to find a cup holder in here as well. Taking a look into the second row seating, these are your captain's chairs. You do have your own armrests that come down here as well. Very comfortable seats, nice leather. As we step inside here, I'm actually 6'2" and I've got plenty of leg room, so that's not a problem at all. I'm going to show you a quick view of that front dash, and then we're going to look at the rear DVD player. Alright, now the moment you've been waiting for, I'm going to pop down that rear DVD player. Take a look at that nice 9-inch display. You've actually got Blu-ray in here as well, and remember, all your USB, SD card connectivity, that's not a problem. So you're going to actually prefer to be in the back seat. This is the better place to be in this SUV. You've got great, comfortable seats back here. As we head on down, you're going to find your full climate controls, as well as rear heated seats. So excellent feature. Down here, you are actually going to find AV inputs, so if you want to bring an Xbox or something, that's no problem. That's going to work perfectly fine on that DVD player. You've also got your headphone jack, USB and SD, obviously. So plenty of connectivity options back here in the Escalade. If you could see down here, this is a full 120 volt outlet. So like I said, plug in your Xbox, plug in your laptop, not a problem. Another car charger for your phone. So lots of room back here, very comfortable. This is the one to go on a road trip in. Here's a better look at that third row seating, which we're going to get to in a second. So you could comfortably seat up to 7 people in this Escalade. So getting into the third row seating of the Escalade couldn't be any easier. In fact, if you pull this little handle here, that second row seat's going to fold flat. And then by pulling the tab, you are able to lift it up right up against that driver's seat. So now you've got plenty of access into that third row seating. Not a problem at all. Now let's move around to the back end of the Escalade. First thing you're going to notice is those gorgeous LED light blade taillights. Now these are gorgeous at night. In fact, everybody's going to know you're driving an Escalade when they see those on the highway. So get into your tailgate, you've got a couple of options. Obviously your key fob has a button on it, or you could simply push the button back here. Now taking a look into the back seat, the back trunk, you are going to find a cargo net. Now you've got a small amount of storage space back here, but let's say you don't have passengers in the third row seating, that's no problem. All your buttons over here are going to lower those second and third row seats. Now this is fully power adjustable, so like you don't have to reach down or nothing. You don't have to reach back to move any seats. It's no problem. Now let's say you want to get those second row captain's chairs down as well. Simply push the button and watch those seats collapse right down flat. So now you've got more space. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't have anybody in the back seat, you could haul quite a lot of stuff. Now one more thing you could do with those captain's chairs is if you press the button one more time, you are able to lift them both up against the front driver and passenger seat. So now you've got like a crazy amount of space back here. You're also able to raise up those seats too. No problem. So that's one of the best features about the Escalade. Super versatile, plenty of storage space. You have your power closing tailgate. You're going to notice that backup cam. So one more neat feature you have here, let's say you don't want to open up the full tailgate, you just have a couple groceries. There's actually a button right under here, which is going to open up that rear window. So let's say you have a couple bags, you just want to drop them inside, no problem. Very easy to use. So overall, if you're looking for an excellent road trip ready vehicle, you've got plenty of entertainment features to keep the family busy, plenty of power to get the job done, then the Escalade is one of our flagship products. You can't go wrong with this one. You've got pretty low kilometers on it. You're covered with our warranty. So come on down and take a look at it for yourself, or even go on a test drive, because we'll be glad to help here at McNaught.